We are back with Dr. Chloe Zeltmann, physical therapist, doctor of physical therapy here at Atlantic Health System, home of Atlantic Sports Health. And we're talking about blood flow modification, more specifically known as blood flow restriction. In our previous segment, we talked about this science and how it's used and how it works. Today, we're going to try it on me, right?
Yep.
So,
you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. So
Okay, great.
We're going to put that armband, right? We're going to restrict my bicep.
Correct. We're actually it's not necessarily the bicep. It's just restricting as close as we can, kind of to your chest, just so we get all those big arteries.
Okay.
Good. It should feel relatively tight. Sorry.
Yep, that's okay.
Good. Good, it matches.
Yep.
Good. And let me just move this over so I can see it. All right. So we here at Atlantic Health use the Katsu machine. So it's one of the first FDA-approved blood flow restriction machines out on the market, and we like to use it here because it's mostly for safety purposes. There's a lot of blood flow restriction products on the market. Most of them are not FDA-approved. The Katsu and the Delphi unit are probably the best ones out there. They will cost you a decent amount of money, however. That's why most medical facilities will have them. Not many people just go out and buy these machines kind of thing. But it's mostly for safety, just because a lot of products out there, people don't know the science behind it, they don't know how to use it, so they could actually be hurting themselves or their clients. So just make sure if you guys are going to use some systems like that, you work with a medical professional and you want to use like FDA approved equipment.
Absolutely.
Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to target your arm.
Okay.
So the normal working period is 15 minutes. We'll obviously go as long as we can. And all you're going to do is work for 30 seconds. You're going to do some bicep curls, and then you're going to rest for 10 seconds.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So I'm just going to kind of get on the unit. We're going to check your baseline, make sure everything looks okay. So we just checked the baseline measures. Everything looks good. So the way that the Katsu functions is they have everything in their arbitrary Katsu units, which does equate to a blood pressure. It's just a conversion tool that they've used over time. So we're going to actually pump you up to 300 units. And we're going to start. Are you ready?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so it's going to blow it up a little bit. Once the time starts, you can go ahead and bicep curl. Perfect. We're going to work for 30 seconds. You're going to start to you shouldn't feel anything now necessarily except for pressure.
Yep.
As we do more reps, you'll start to feel like kind of that fatiguing factor. You might see some color changes in the skin just because we are putting a little bit of compression and trying to basically prevent that venous backflow. You might see the veins start to pop a little bit more. You might see the limb turn a little red. That's all very normal. And you can take a break. Good. And then what you want to do throughout is just a little capillary refill test. So you pinch, it stays white for less than 3 seconds. Perfect.
And what happens if it doesn't
If
stay
it
white?
doesn't, that means we're occluding too much. There's not enough perfusion in the limb. We stop, we back up,
Gotcha.
everything like that. All right, go ahead and start again. Another 30 seconds. And you don't have to just do one exercise. You can do multiple exercises. You know, we're obviously sitting down, so we're limited in what we can do. But the nice thing about the Katsu unit too is you can actually disengage it and still maintain that pressure.
Yep.
And that way you could do push-ups, you can do anything really underneath the sun.
Is it normally 30 on, 30 off?
30 on, and I like to do 15 seconds.
Gotcha.
Good. Take a break. That was 30 seconds.
Okay.
How we feeling?
Good. I'm feeling a pump.
Good. Wonderful. Check that capillary refill. Goes away. Perfect. Give it another 5 seconds. And you can go again. Good. Perfect. And again, we like these machines because they do have built-in checks and balances. You know, this machine physically will not let your arterial supply to be completely occluded. And if it does, it has built-in safety mechanisms like fast deflate systems, stuff like that keep it safe so there's no harm on your part of the patient.
Got a nice burn now.
You definitely,
Nice burn with 5 pounds.
Yep, and we're just
incredible.
we're only 7, not even, what do we start at 15? We're only like 2 minutes in. So
Yeah.
again, you feel that muscle fatigue that
Wow.
you would if
Yeah.
you were actually working out. Good, give it
Wow.
another 10 seconds or so. Feeling
Yeah.
okay?
Oh no, it's an incredible pump.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Good. And again, you do this 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a long
Wow.
time. And you could do this, I would say, towards the end of your routine. If you were working out and it wasn't necessarily for rehab purposes, you would do your normal routine, your heavy lifts. You don't necessarily want to do your heavy lifts with this.
Right,
This
right.
is more isolated,
Sure.
more safe kind of exercises. So save your last like 3 exercises, 4 exercises in your routine during this 15-minute period, and you'll definitely find some good results with that.
Well, I got to tell you, just with 5 pounds, 3 sets of 10 reps or so.
Just do body weight from now.
It was just it's incredible, and obviously my joints are very safe because I'm using very lightweight.
Yeah.
And from a rehab standpoint, just an incredible modality.
Right.
Incredible.
Exactly. Like say somebody just had.
Yeah, I'm feeling such an incredible pump right now with no weight.
Yeah.
I mean.
You can take a break after another.
Yeah.
It's say like you had rotator cuff surgery,
Right.
right? You
Right.
you really restricted in the beginning. You're stuck in that brace for those first 6 weeks or so. This is as long as you don't have any bicep involvement or anything
Yeah.
like that, you could just pump this up. It's totally safe. Do bicep curls, and just maintain that strength. So by the time you can finally progress to the next stage of rehab safely and
Yeah.
start doing some more, you haven't lost any of that strength to begin with.
Incredible stuff. So obviously you have this here at Atlantic Health,
Correct.
the physical therapy, and I would assume most of your more progressive therapies would have this modality.
Correct. A lot of our doctors, we've given a couple presentations, and most of them are pretty up to date with their research, which is really nice. They know the benefits of it,
Yep.
and they trust it. And like I said, we educated them on the system and showed them, the safety factors from it, and they refer down to us, and it's great.
Wow. Understanding blood flow restriction. I got to tell you, I am really
I'll give
pumped
you a break,
up.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Zoe, very, very informative.
Yes.
Really appreciate you being on.
No problem.
And it's great for our audience to be familiar with the latest, most cutting edge technologies
Great.
for rehab and training.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.